Hello, everyone. Welcome back to WXUT 88.3. This is AJ with the Plexi Film Show, and today I'm accompanied with.
Livia.
How are you today?
Good, how are you today?
I'm doing all right. So in today's episode, I will be talking about the Jurassic Park movie that came out in 1993. So if you guys did not know, Jurassic Park. Sorry for starting a little bit late. We were having some technical difficulties, so please understand for where we're coming from. But anyway, Jurassic Park is about a paleontologist, Alan Grant, and Ellie Sattler, a mathematician, and Malcolm are among a select group chosen to tour an island theme park populated by dinosaurs created from prehistoric DNA. While the park's mastermind billionaire, John Hammond, assures everyone that the facility is safe and they will find out otherwise when various ferocious predators break free and go on the hunt. So that's like a big synopsis of the whole film. So what's your opinion on the movie? Like, what out of like 10, how would you rate it?
I loved it.
I loved it.
I feel like I very much love science, and I love how they like found a way like to use frog as like a genetic code in order to make the dinosaurs and everything. I love how so much it's realistic.
Okay.
But it's like not realistic in a way. Like I don't think that it would ever happen, but I think we could get pretty close to it happening. I would rate the movie on a sense like probably 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Okay.
Maybe like an 8. I feel like there's some things that they could definitely like improve on.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one for sure. So I know this is kind of surprising for most people, but I watched the movie for the first time last night.
You watched it for the first time last night?
And I've never been a big person when it came to dinosaurs in movies.
Yeah, I love
or
dinosaurs.
Even like films. Like I've always enjoyed dinosaurs, but like to me, in films, like I never really cared for them.
Yeah.
Like for me, it's like every same thing. Oh my gosh, the dinosaur is killing us. Yeah. Oh no.
Do you play Ark Survival Evolved?
I've not yet.
You play Ark Survival Evolved.
I know it's kind of funny to say, but like when I downloaded it, I was like, I'm so pumped up. What scared me away, like right when I clicked create an island, it showed me all the settings, and I'm like, that is way too much for me. I left.
It's so much fun.
So I'm gonna have to re-download it for sure and play it. I know I used to watch YouTubers back in the day play. I thought they played it really well and very funny. But out of sense, I would rate this movie 6.6 out of 10.
6.6.
Just because coming from me, I'm not a big person on it's not a bad movie.
Yeah.
But like the reason why I'm not rating it so high is because it actually has a lot of mistakes in it.
It does have a lot of mistakes.
Really realize.
Yeah.
You have to it's. I'll point it out.
It's a cult classic, so that's why I really rated it so high. And I feel like there are like the mistakes, but I feel like at the time that the movie was made, because when was the movie made? I think it was made in the 90s, early 2000s, give or take. I feel like for that time period, it was a pretty good movie.
It came out, like I said, 1993, but like...
93.
So, like the movie was good, but I feel like it's one of those movies you would have to grow up watching and enjoying it. Because, like, I'm very... Like, I grew up watching a lot of films. And Jurassic Park was one of those movies where I didn't care for, so I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Same with Lion King, but I watched it. I just never cared for The Lion King.
Yeah.
But when it came to Jurassic Park, I enjoyed it. But what annoyed me the most, throughout the whole movie, was the kids. If the kids weren't in the movie, I would have been fine.
They did all the wrong things.
No, it wasn't that. They were just annoying characters. They were really annoying characters.
I feel like they were annoying, but they progressed the story a lot.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it progressed the story for a character arch. Otherwise, I don't really think they're important to the story.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, because I know that the kids, they're trying to get the one guy to be a father.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that was the main reason why the kids were placed in that situation.
Yeah.
Is to kind of bring that character arc to a thing.
I agree with you on that one for sure.
And also it being like the grandpa's
Yeah.
like grandchildren and everything. I think that having that important character kind of puts a leverage on like, get my kids back here.
Get them back here right
Yeah.
now. Grandpa.
Grandpa.
Like, I was fine. Like, oh, that's adorable. But, like, the
They only had two specific things.
The little boy. Oh, my gosh. She was so annoying. Well, the
girl was
awesome. She was awesome. But, like, what annoyed me for her is,
the
like,
flashlight.
The flashlight and the screaming. It's like, why are you screaming?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
In that situation, like, why would you scream? Like, I feel like you would be like, I don't know. Like, you would want to be quiet. You'd want to be like...
You'd want to be very quiet.
Because isn't it for, like, the T-Rex you have to be completely quiet?
In the film's sense, because I'll also go into this, they're not actual real dinosaurs. Or just breeded dinosaurs.
Using frog DNA.
Yeah,
which I find so cool.
Yeah. That part was, like... I feel like the science behind the actual film was more interesting than the film itself. Yeah.
I think that you have to look at it from like a scientific perspective to fully understand the movie.
Exactly. Like I said, the characters and the character's story was really good. The main story is kind of on the side, and as well as the whole movie was kind of like jumping story-wise.
Yeah.
Like it's just kind of just. And some scenes were overly too long for no reason.
Yeah.
That also used to be a thing in the 80s and 90s where some scenes would be so intense and they want to like drag people's attention, so like action scenes would be really long for no reason, which
and then they just carry on.
They just carry on. For me, and it depends on the fight. Like for me, a fight has to be If it wants to be longer, it has to have a bunch of different obstacles in the environment. Yeah. It can't just be a punch fight back and forth in the same place for 10 minutes. That's boring. Yeah. Like, that's where, when they went from different areas,
you need movement.
That's where it happened.
Yeah.
And the drawn-out scene would definitely have to be the introduction of the film. It was very overly drawn on, and as well as the fence scene.
Oh my gosh!
Dude, that was overly too long.
Yeah,
like that's.
And
crazy.
how it just kept on like edging, like you on in a way.
I mean, you're not wrong there for sure. But yeah, like I said, it was my first time watching. I thought it was like the main reason why I didn't really watch the movie, because I'll have to admit it. Once I watch it, like, I understand where the hype is coming from.
Yeah.
And the stereotype of that I thought it was literally just dinosaurs, just dinosaurs. Just dinosaurs, which is true about the film. It's just dinosaurs.
It's just dinosaurs
being bad. But I thought the story of how, Hammond just wanted to remake a park and wanted to try something different, and wanted to blow people away.
And I get it.
Which is cool. But I feel like if he could have done it in a smarter way, as in a sense of doing, like, he did, like, vegetarians, just plant-based
But
dinosaurs.
Then once he put, like, the raptors...
Like the T-Rex, the raptors, why?
That's when it became bad. Because it's like you have those...
The pterodactyls were fine, too. You saw them at the end, so...
Yeah.
Just keep the ones that aren't gonna be as so dangerous for humans, which I get. You wanted to get the most iconic dinosaur, the T-Rex.
Everybody knows what
Everyone
T-Rex
knows
is.
the T-Rex, which is completely understandable. But I feel like that's would have been a smarter option to do.
Yeah.
He just wanted to show off his skills and smarts and money, of course.
He became like blinded.
He became really blinded by the light for sure. Do you have any other reviews on your hands as of right now?
Trying to think. I love how the kids, after like they're after everything happened and they just like witnessed everything go down, they just like go to the cafeteria. And
I thought that was funny. Yeah.
They just eat. And I thought that was kind of cute.
Yeah, I thought that was really funny. I didn't write that down, but I forgot about that. Yeah, that scene, like, it could have easily been chopped. But knowing
they
from
were
a
still
standpoint,
in danger.
Knowing from a standpoint of a movie maker, because I know knowledge about it, it was definitely like action, and it was like, oh my gosh, they needed something to calm down the audience and then raise back up the stakes.
Yeah.
So I completely understand that. What would be your favorite character in the film?
My favorite character?
Yes.
Probably I forget what her name is. The main female lead.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like she's very like bad.
Yeah, she could do a lot of damage, yeah.
I love how she like stayed behind for it was the rhino that was sick. And I feel like that kind of splitting them up kind of progressed the story like a lot.
I honestly thought that whole scene with the rhino was very like, I thought there would be more of a story of, oh my gosh, we can change them from attacking us. I thought that would be a really good point of the story. That's the exact same way.
I thought that is the way that it was going too. Like them kind of just like going into the environment and fixing everything little by little. But then once they kind of like kept on going on their thing, I'm like, oh, like you're still gonna go with all those problems like left, like just leave all the problems behind.
Yeah.
But I loved her character because she like saw the problem and she like tried to fix it.
She really did. She really tried to fix it. Well,
I also think she stuck her hand in
the dinosaur poop.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Which is that poop is dinosaur poop is big, but it's not that big. Yeah. Like, come on, man.
That'd be terrifying.
Like this movie is a definition of, guys, this is a movie, not actual.
Yeah.
It's
just a movie.
It's just a movie, guys. Come on. So I thought that was pretty funny. My favorite character it had to be Dr. Hammond, because honestly, I understand his standpoint with everything. And he's genuinely a really nice character overall. He's a really good character.
Yeah.
He's nice to everyone. Like, I don't think I've ever, like, I don't remember seeing him ever, like, mean.
Yeah.
The only thing I saw that was a bad personality of him because one of his,
yeah, it was
coworkers was the pay.
Yeah, it was the coding dude.
It was the pay, which she brought up was like, I can understand being mad at that.
Yeah.
The pay rate's not good. But
he was making like pretty good money, I thought.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, why are you complaining about like pay rate when you're still making good money? Like, I don't know. I guess he's just desperate.
I love how like that made that like his whole personality though.
Yeah,
like,
they really did.
They very much took like the 80s aspect and like the whatever where like everything's stereotyped.
Put a bunch of just stereotypes into it and it worked out really well, honestly. What would have to be your favorite scene besides the kids eating at the dining hall?
Probably the kitchen scene.
The kitchen, that's like one of the most iconic scenes. I honestly thought that's this one specific shot is the reflection scene.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
The raptor runs into the cupboard.
Yeah,
oh,
that was
so smart. That got me.
I know. I was terrified too.
I thought she was gonna, die right on the spot.
Yeah. And she like pushes it down like just in time. And she was right here while he reflects off, and it looks weird when it reflects off.
It worked really well. Like, whoever did that deserves an Oscar.
Yeah.
Whoever did that shot deserves an Oscar right there. I have a list of scenes for my favorites, for sure. Let me see here. The smuggling scene of the DNA. I thought that was really cool because you really got to
with
see.
The cup.
Yeah, with the. Oh.
Or the
barbasol can.
Yeah, the aerosol can.
Which I thought that was really clever. I thought that whole barbasol can.
Yeah.
Because it's shaving cream, you don't really think about it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's.
It's a smart idea. You could do that.
Yeah,
you could hide some more stuff.
You can hide stuff in there. Another one is the little girl hacking to the system, which I never thought she would be the one doing that.
And it's kind of like foreshadowed too.
Because she mentions her hacking abilities in the beginning, which I thought that was pretty smart.
There's so much foreshadowing.
There's a lot of foreshadow for sure. Another thing I pointed out, I really wouldn't say like this is one of my favorite scenes, but it kind of just gives me the stereotype of merchandise in general, like. Star Wars was a big merchandise selling thing.
Star Wars.
Really?
I have not. I really want to watch Star Wars.
You need to watch Star Wars, or at least at least original 6 episodes. At least
6 episodes. Okay. All right.
at least watch the original 6, and if you're gonna go on, go ahead. But I at least recommend. I at least recommend, the first 6. If you want smaller than that, at least watch the 3, 4, and 5.
3, 4, and 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or 4, 5, 6. I can't remember which order specifically, but at least
Okay.
all of them, or the original
Yeah.
6, I should say. But Star Wars is not for everyone, so I understand if you know.
I really want to get my entire friend group. We're like a huge like D&D friend group, like super nerdy. So like diving into that, yeah, I would, yeah.
Understandable, yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought it was kind of funny because Star Wars is a big merchandise seller thing, and so when I saw the Jurassic Park merchandising, that's all I think about is the stereotype of Star Wars selling merchandise and all that. So I thought that was pretty funny in my opinion.
They kind of like sold their merch in the movie too.
Yeah, they sold their merch in the movie, so I thought it was like kind of a fourth wall break.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty cool in my opinion. Another thing that I thought was cool was how the T-Rex saved everyone. Like,
yeah.
I never really thought that the T-Rex would just come in and just kill the raptors.
Yeah.
So. I did not see that coming because honestly I thought he was going to kill the raptor, or she was going to kill the raptors.
Yeah, I thought the T-Rex would have kind of
murdered both of them, the raptors and the humans.
Yeah.
But another thing that kind of like throws me off, you would think after killing that one dinosaur or the other one, T-Rex would follow them behind.
Yeah.
You would think, but I guess the T-Rex didn't want to, I guess. Got its mule.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, this is the end of this part. I'll give you guys a 10-minute break. So yeah, we'll be coming back with how many deaths are in the movie.
How many desks?
Deaths. Deaths.
Oh, I don't even know.
I watched Dead Meat, so I watched
all
Dead
right.
Meat, so and then I would tell you my favorite death in the whole movie.
Okay, I already know who mine is.
And then I'll go out, and then after that segment, depending on how long that segment goes on, we'll jump right into some of the theories I was able to find.
Theories?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
All right, so this is the end of this part, and we're going to put you back onto the soundtrack. This is WXUT 88.3. This is AJ with the Plexi Film Show. Welcome all. This is WXUT 88.3. This is AJ back with the Plexi Film Show, and today we're continuing on with Jurassic Park, and I'm continuing here with
Livia.
And this segment we're going to talk about how many deaths are in this movie, not dinosaurs but people, because dinosaurs would be kind of difficult to count up. But I watched Dead Meat's channel because he's a professional about all this. He's good at tracking count, deaths in each film out there. So I kind of watched that to see how many deaths there is. I feel like that'd just kind of be fun.
Yeah.
So that'd be a future thing I do for all films and movies because I want to go into kind of more creepier movies and or just kind of comedy or classic movies. So if they have deaths in them, I kind of want to count them. I feel like that'd be an interesting segment to add.
Yeah.
But do you want to take a guess how many kills or deaths in this movie there are?
3.
3? You think there'd be 3?
Yeah.
You'd be mistaken. It's actually 5. You were close. You were close. Yeah.
5 deaths?
Yeah.
Oh.
So,
shoot.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things like I was watching the movie and like I don't remember that many deaths.
Yeah, I don't remember that many.
So there was the one that got the toxic tar in the face by that one dinosaur.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, in the car.
Yeah. And then there was one at the beginning that got his
with the raptor.
Yeah, with the raptor
because he got sucked in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was one that was just an arm left. You didn't actually get to see the death right then and there.
Oh, okay.
Then there was the one with the bathroom scene.
Okay, yeah.
And then there was another one. I can't remember the 5th one, but yeah. What would be your favorite?
The bathroom scene.
The bathroom scene
with the raptor.
I find that kind of funny because he was just kind of a chicken.
He's just chilling. He was a chicken. I think that he's kind of not the best person.
not the best person.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
feel
he
like
was
he's
the
in it for the
lawyer.
wrong. He's in it for the money.
He's
It's
in it.
strictly
That is
the money.
true. That is true. He is a lawyer, just
Yeah, he's
there
an
for
evil lawyer.
making sure everything's all okay, and because that was the mission of all four of them, was just making sure the park is safe and all that.
Yeah.
While Dr. Hammond was actually trying to see how they would react to the park compared to how the public would react.
Yeah.
So that was the main reason behind it. But I would say my favorite death scene in this movie would be the toxic tar, which is
Toxic tar.
It'd be Dennis Nedry, am I?
Dionysus hydrin. I know it's called a Dionysus. I think.
I'm saying the character's name, not the actual dinosaur.
Oh
name.
shoot! Sorry.
No, you're good. I think it's Dennis Nedry. I think that's the
Dennis
guy's
Nedry.
name. But it's the nerd that is doing all the evil plan. His Jeep wrecked, and he's just like, I got to get out of here. So he tries to take the hook in the front of the Jeep and hook it around the tree. So when he turns on the coiling, it pulls him out of the crash that he's in because it gets stuck in mud. And while he's trying to do that, one of the raptor I forget the actual. I got the name right here. Actually, the name would be Dilophosaurus.
Dilo. I love Dilos.
So I honestly think those specific dinosaurs are really cool.
Yeah, I
love.
love.
They got to
they
snake.
lure you in.
Yeah.
And then they act all cute and everything to lure you in, and then once they suck you in with their charm, they spread their hands or it's more like their ears.
I don't really know.
Their wings.
It's more like their neck.
Yeah.
Their neck area.
It would be like a gill adjacent to
a gill,
the yeah.
I would say that for sure. I would have to say that seems very iconic because it uses the science behind that dinosaur and its actual abilities into that for sure, instead of just I'm gonna chew on this guy. It actually uses its skills and talents and special abilities that the dinosaur has, which in a real life scenario the dilos don't actually have toxic tar spewing out everywhere, but that's a kind of a creative feature that Jurassic Park did. But I find that scene really cool because not only did that, he ends up in the Jeep with the guy and then munches on him. My question is with the Barbasol going down the river, where does it end up? I haven't watched any of the other Jurassic Parks.
I think
don't know
that
if it's brought up
back.
or
I think that it comes back.
You think it comes back?
Yeah. I have not watched any of the other movies.
Yeah, I was about to say, this is my first time
me too.
introduced into the whole series. I mean, I knew about it, but I was never interested in watching it, and I was like, if I'm going to do a show about movies, TV shows, and games, I'm going to have to talk about it.
Yeah.
So, I can't remember who brought it up. But someone brought up Jurassic Park, and I was like, you know what, I want to do Jurassic Park. It was my coworker. She was like, we were just talking about movies, and we were talking about our favorite movies, and she brought up Jurassic Park, and I was like, I haven't seen Jurassic Park, and she was like, how dare you, you should definitely watch it, and then once you do, you're gonna give me your perspective and opinion on it. I'm like, okay, so and then right when she told me that, I'm like, I want to do a show on it, and that's when I came up with doing this. But yeah, I would have to say that was my favorite death scene in the whole thing. I know it's kind of weird for me to say, but I just think it's cool in my opinion. Out of all deaths, I definitely would say the ones, I can't remember the actual character's name, but it's the actor that Samuel L. Jackson played, which is it seems like he's the head.
The scientist?
He seems like he's the one that tries to fix everything with Dr. Hammond.
Shoot.
He's the one that sees the hacking going down.
Okay.
And he was like, what is this going on? He betrayed us. Why would he do such thing? And we got to fix this all. And Dr. Hammond's like, see what you can do. yeah, like his death is off screen, and all you see of him left is his arm with a cigarette in it.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like that is the lamest kill for sure because it's off screen.
It's off screen.
You don't see it, but it's just like I really like that character because who doesn't like Samuel Jackson?
Yeah, who doesn't love Samuel Jackson?
Exactly, he has the most iconic voice as well, along with Morgan Freeman. So the God's voice. Yeah. Do you think I should move on to the theory segment right now?
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
I got a couple. I don't have that many, to be honest, because I couldn't find many out there.
I love theories.
I do too. I try to do theories.
I believe in chemtrails.
Okay.
I'm just joking.
So we kind of gone a little bit already onto this theory a little bit, but the whole park is it's Jurassic Park. It should be real dinosaurs, and the dinosaurs come back to life. But it's literally a sham for not having actual real DNA. All of dinosaurs' actual DNA. So it's like it's.
Well, it has part of their DNA.
Yeah, it has part of it, but
through the mosquitoes.
Is it really though? Like, is that actually possible?
Yeah. 'Cause it's in amber. And it's
But think about it, it's a mosquito though. Like I'm going into the theory right now. It's a mosquito, right?
Yeah, and it sucks the blood.
Yes, but think about how much blood a mosquito goes throughout the day. It's not just all one animal. It's multiple different animals. Think about that. Like if you think about it, mosquitoes go around around to a bunch of different animals.
Yeah, like a vector.
Not just focus on one because. It's just thirsty for blood. It takes I don't know how much a mosquito takes from each alive animal or whatnot.
Just a sip.
Just enough.
Just a sip.
Just a little sip. It's a little vampire, But that's part of the theory. It's not just all one dinosaur.
Yeah.
That is one thing I'm saying. Like it's a sham. It's not all one dinosaur. So that's where the breeding comes into place because. It's gonna for the for the T-Rex. That's not a fully T-Rex. It's a T-Rex with mixed other dinosaurs and mixed other animals, along with like what they said, frog DNA. So it's multiple different types of animals' DNA in one. So it's a sham.
But I wonder. Is that a phone call?
Yes. I'll be right back. I got some technical difficulties. We got some calling. I'll be right back. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Plexi Film Show. I'm sorry for the interruption there. Logan, our station manager, our station director, I should say, called in and said, hey, someone from, where I work at ordered from where he worked at some food. And I'm like, okay, what do I do with this information? I don't know what to do. Because, usually if, the director's calling me, it's for a technical issue or something not going right. So I just wanted to make sure everything was okay. So I'm sorry for that little interruption, and we will definitely continue on with our show. Our regular scheduled program will continue. So, I don't even remember where we left off. Do you?
I don't even remember.
I just know we were talking about how the actual park is a sham for not having real dinosaurs. I don't remember exactly where we left off about that, though.
We were talking about DNA.
Yes. DNA.
And how mosquitoes, are, vectors and they're, picking up blood.
Yeah, so, I don't want to repeat information that I kind of already said. But let me go back, see if I've written anything down else. Like I said, it's not possible to extract just one specific DNA from one single animal because they don't, mosquitoes don't do that. And trying to extract that just single DNA is hard from a mosquito when it has multiple different DNAs in its bloodstream.
But what if there was a carnivorous dinosaur that ate other dinosaurs that ingested its DNA? In which the mosquito then sucks the carnivorous dinosaur's blood and picks up majority of DNA, so that they can then use that.
I'm not sure how exactly that would work.
If that makes sense.
It does. It makes. Sorry. It makes sense to me, but like, I don't know if that would. So. But the only way to make it possible is like, making it from scratch without from other people's DNA or from other animals' DNA, which would take a lot of time.
And then they used a toad.
A frog.
Is what they used?
A frog. I think it was just a frog. I don't think it was a specific type of frog. I think it was just a frog.
Yeah.
They don't really.
I wonder if they did like different species of frogs or like
that'd be
different
cool.
families.
See where a frog T-Rex be like.
See what dinosaur that makes.
Oh. Yeah. I mean, I don't know exactly where to go with this. I mean, I've already explained everything to the best of my ability. But like, I mean, do you understand what I'm saying though? Like how it's not necessarily like real actual dinosaurs. It's like different types of breeds of a single breed of dinosaur.
Yeah.
So it's kind of complicated considering it's a movie, so there's a lot of science behind it.
Yeah. And it takes just different sequences. They flip the genetic code in order to get
something
different
like
sequences.
That. And it's funny how
DNA
whatever I also find it funny, going back to the frog DNA. The only reason they use the frog DNA is to finish whatever they can't find.
Yeah.
So it's like, wouldn't that change their physical appearance though too, rather than their behaviors?
Yeah.
Like, they said frogs, but I don't see anything frog-like in any of these.
Well, they did mention in the movie how different species of frog or specific species of frog can change gender.
Okay.
And I think that kind of plays into it too.
So I know they focus on the female role gender, so they don't breed.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, what exactly happened in the movie, dinosaurs will find their way to breed.
Yeah.
Because in nature of life,
you
need to breed.
Yeah.
To expand your family or whatever, whatnot. It's just nature.
Yeah.
And there's a whole nother rabbit hole of science and psychology
and that's what changing sexes through a frog.
Yeah.
That's what that plays into that too.
It's just
because did that happen?
But the thing is, when it changed more than their psychology though, when it go physical features of a frog though, because they said they're just throwing random DNA from a frog into whatever they need to find or that they can't find for a specific dinosaur. So wouldn't it change the appearance too, rather than just the mindset? Because if you think about it, there's nothing. Because when you're watching the film, there's nothing frog-like, for physical appearances in any of the creatures. I
think it's just that amphibian DNA.
Yeah.
And how and that reptilian. But frogs aren't reptiles, aren't they?
They are.
They're amphibians.
I mean,
are amphibians reptiles?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
Wait. Okay.
Do you want me to look that up?
Yeah. Sure.
All right.
Hold on.
All right, wait 1 second.
Are frogs amphibians or reptiles, or are amphibians and reptiles the same thing?
Frogs are amphibians, but they spend time on land, which makes them So it's like a mixture of both.
Okay.
So I don't know. So I mean, it makes sense that they would use a frog because it's a reptile.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I guess you would go into that as a reptile, so it would be a comparison for sure. But yeah. That's, I would say, for the end of this segment. The Plexi Film Show will continue on with more theories coming up in the next 10 minutes. I'll see you guys here, and I'll continue guys with the soundtrack of Jurassic Park. Welcome back, everyone, to the Plexi Film Show. This is AJ, and I am continuing about talking the Jurassic Park with
Livia.
And we're going to be continuing on with the last two theories that I found online. The other two that I found are what happened to, Nedry's body exactly after he died, which is the person that died from acid tar.
Oh, in the car?
Yeah, in the car. And then the truth about, the raptor.
Truth about the raptor.
Mm-hmm. It's like...
What truth?
It's not like too crazy, but like the truth. Like, why is it very significant in the film? Why is the raptor...
Well, I feel like they kind of describe it at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the entire film's, like, based on foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Because, like, in the very beginning, he's describing the exact same thing that happens to the one guy in the outhouse, like, being stared... Oh, no, the one guy with the shotgun.
Yeah.
Being, like, stared down by the raptor.
Yeah.
And then just, like, taken, like, by the side. And I feel like it's just, like, the danger of the raptors, the secrecy.
Because they're fast, they're quick, they're sly.
They're fast and they're smart and they're adaptable. Because,
Exactly.
like, throughout the entire film, it's always just like, oh, the raptor's gaining more intelligence.
Exactly. Which is, the truth behind the raptor. Like, the raptors are extremely smart. And
I wonder if it's, like, a hippocampus or, like, something. Like, is it just more developed in their brain?
I don't know how exactly that would work in the universe of, Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
But that'd be interesting to figure out. But, yeah, like, the raptors are extremely, like, smart and dangerous. And they're very protective of the family and the eggs that have been laid down. Because I don't know if you remember, the eggs that the main characters found is, like, a group of them.
Yeah.
And they're all hatched. Which is why there's so many seen throughout the whole film, is because, they figured out that there's more than just a female, sex in the dinosaur, Jurassic Park. Or they found that they can breed still no matter what. And, I think it's really cool how protective the raptors are. Because if you realize they go in packs, you're like wolves. They're all a team, and once they see one get hurt and whatnot, they all attack. Which is the alpha raptor that you see throughout the whole thing. Like, oh, how dare you attack? My.
Well, I kind of think that's their plan. Is to throw in, like, an innocent, like, little weakling, per se, into this, to kind of draw the, person in. Mm-hmm. That way, like, the alpha dog and, like, the rest of the gang can just, like, come up from behind and just, like, get them.
My thing is, like...
It's like the art of war.
Yeah, I get that. My question is, like, do they, ever since, the security is down and all of that, and they're able to roam free, do they think that this is their land?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if you think about it, the dinosaurs are literally just being brought to this island for no whatever reason, and it's millions of years passed down the line, probably being reborn, and they still think it's the past. So, like, this is my land. What are you doing here?
Well, they only know the now.
Yeah.
So it's like they're adapting to their current environment.
But if you think about it, they're still adapting, but they probably have the same mindset, like, this is my land, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
Type of thing, if you think about it.
But, like, didn't in the movie, the grandpa, the one guy who, like, controls everything and has the DNA into, like, his staff and everything?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Dr. Hammond?
Didn't he say that he watches the birth of all the reptiles so that he that...
Watches the birth.
Watches
you never
the birth.
know.
So they know that he's not, like, a predator. Or, like, they think that he's in their current environment. So I don't think they know any different.
Yeah. But, like, maybe it's just people that they don't know that they're... Because if you think about it, Dr. Hammond's not being attacked at all.
Yeah.
But everyone else is, which doesn't make sense because he's in the same building that everyone else is in at the end of the film, and he's not being attacked at all. Which is kind of shocking in my opinion.
Yeah.
This kind of goes back to the DNA thing. You said, or I actually mentioned, like, the mindset of, dinosaurs being born millions of years ago and then being brought back. This goes back to the DNA thing. If DNA, if you don't realize, DNA technically has an expiration date. So, like, how could they...
It was an amber.
But the thing
And
is,
it was mummified.
eventually they still like die out. It doesn't like the DNA won't all be there. It would be very, very small amount
Yeah.
of DNA left.
But still, that DNA is there.
You're gonna have to collect a ton of amber to collect.
Well, they
it all,
only need like a microscopic amount.
which is crazy to
Yeah,
think about.
in order to get DNA and replicate it, because you just need to do it through like mitosis.
True. Moving on to the next theory that I had. What happened to Nedry's body, which is the one that died in the vehicle, and toxic tar that kind of got spat at him.
What if he got buried?
I don't know. That's why I'm thinking. Like with the environment, it was like raining,
Yeah.
and he could have got buried. You
Like
never know.
flash flood type situation?
Yeah, it could have. It could be. He could have ended with a flash flood. Maybe. Because I kind of went down into out of the film to figure out this theory. Sadly, to ruin my future films, but it's not like really significant to the other
Yeah.
films, but it just kind of throws this in. Because it goes into the book as well. His body is found a year later. Because they left the island, like the
Yeah.
island's abandoned, so there's probably a cleanup crew that go back and they found his body, and figure out who his family is and whatnot. So like that's my answer to this theory. Like a year or so down the line, he's found by the cleanup crew. If that makes sense.
But why a year?
I
I don't know.
don't.
I just feel like...
Do you remember if they had the exact date and time of year this has taken place?
No.
Because I don't think they had it put in the film, but I know they probably have it in the book somewhere, probably the date and time. But
Also, could they control the weather?
I don't know. I saw that too. So like,
I was so confused.
so that's another theory that I thought of.
Because they clicked that button and then it started raining.
Because I know there was also a report of a storm coming by too. So
Was it coincidence?
I don't know. Like once it was told that they control the weather. Like, is that island under a dome?
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Cause like control environment.
It just doesn't make sense because there's no actual dome. Maybe it's an invisible dome that we don't know about. I don't know. I noticed that too. Like I thought that was very, very interesting, and I couldn't figure out why that is and why that's in there.
Yeah.
Because
it was just so odd.
They mentioned that they can control the weather, but they also report that there was a bad weather coming by.
Yeah.
So it's very condescending. It just doesn't make sense. Yeah. I don't know. It was really weird. But that's what makes series fun. You never know the true answer until it's answered, which all you can do is just take the resources that you have. So, those are the theories. We're moving on to the hidden messages and Easter eggs that I was able to find and online and by myself. So, this kind of goes into more the technical side and what's more than the actual story itself. So if you remember at the introduction of the film, the main character, I forget his name. Let me go back to...
The dude with the hat?
Yeah. Oh. I can't figure out his name right now. It's bothering the crap out of me, actually. Grant. Alan Grant. Which is, with... What's her name? Ellie, I think, if I remember. Ellie, yes.
I love Ellie.
Ellie, yeah.
Yeah. She's my favorite character.
She can kick some butt for sure. But yeah, you know how Alan opened the door of the trailer?
Mm-hmm.
He opens it on the left side, right?
Yeah.
But once it goes to the shot on the inside, it's the right side.
Wait, hold up.
So, like, if you are entering here, you should be pulling like this. But once you see once it goes into the shot, it's going this way instead of this way.
Oh.
So, like, I don't know if they, like, switched doors or whatever throughout the whole, like, film, or switched, maybe
flip
one's
the
a set
camera?
and one's an actual trailer,
Yeah.
or, they just messed up that shot horribly for sure. That was one thing that I was able to find in it. Another thing that I was able to find, is that the rag that, Dr. Hammond's using to clean, you know, a couple of their glasses,
Yeah.
it changes colors.
Oh.
It's a completely different rag. It's not even the same one. It goes from red to white.
Oh my gosh.
So that is definitely like a mistake on their end. That's what I'm saying. Like this
Yeah.
film's good. It just has a lot of mistakes. Like I don't think I've noticed a film with this many like shot mistakes in a long time. Like it's really rare.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice like anything.
Really.
Yeah. I'm not really that detail oriented though.
I mean, I kind of been starting to focus on like the minor stuff to you know find interesting. Because if you focus on the minor stuff, you also find Easter eggs to find more into the story as well.
I love focusing on like the music aspect.
Oh, the music is awesome. I mean, the music in this film is good, but they could have done a lot more with the music.
Yeah.
It had a lot of stereotypical
It was iconic.
soundtrack. Huh?
It's iconic.
It is iconic, but it also had a lot of stereotypical like common music. Like, oh my gosh, there's an intense scene, so it's had the normal high pitched noise go up and all that stuff. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
The money bag that Nedry was holding, from one shot he's holding it.
Yeah.
Like, you know how he gets it and he's shaking it around?
Yeah.
And then it goes from behind the shoulder or over the shoulder shot.
Yeah, yeah.
The bag disappears.
What?
Yeah. He's no longer holding it. And then in another shot later, the money bag appears. So it's like, what is he?
Yeah.
Like,
Where'd it go?
Where'd it go? Is that a magic, money bag? Another thing that is kind of a foreshadow, because you mentioned
there's a lot of foreshadowing.
This kind of goes into before they figure out that all the dinosaurs are female.
Yeah.
So it kind of goes, because I also recognize
women are gonna rule the world.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what quote from the movie. It's the one female lead. She's like, yeah,
Ellie? Women
are gonna dominate the world.
I thought that was really iconic. I thought that was awesome that she said that, honestly, because that's where this is right after this scene. So the seatbelt's on the helicopter.
Yeah.
The female and male ends of the seatbelt, while Alan had both female ends instead of one female and one male end. Fully click.
Yeah.
And she mentions like women are gonna rule the world, and it goes like it's like a foreshadow to all the female dinosaurs.
There's a bunch of foreshadowing in the movie,
which I find really cool that they did. Simple as a seatbelt.
Yeah.
And it kind of also...
It was intentional.
It was very intentional, because it also talks about how... Because Malcolm mentions, no matter... It was more like once they get to the island, like no matter if it's all one sex, they're still going to find a way to breed.
Yeah.
Which, if you think about it, Alan figured out a way to make the seatbelt work, even though it wasn't which he just tied a loop.
It's like the same thing.
It's like the same. It's like a foreshadow to what is mentioned again. In
the metaphor.
It's more like a metaphor, yes, which I find really cool. So this kind of goes into the yin and yang.
Yin and yang, yes.
Yes, term where Malcolm wore all black and Hammond wore all white, which shows Hammond is like the dreamer who sees the positive in everything. Because if you think...
Glass full.
If you remember where he's like, no, we got this. We could figure it out. We could figure it out. No, everything will be okay. And he tries to deny what's actually going on. Well, Malcolm in the whole film is like, he's the one that he's like, realizes that everything will go wrong. No matter what, everything will go wrong. So I find that yin and yang, like
color coordination,
very color coordinated in their outfits, which is really cool into their personality. This is, I don't know if you would consider this an Easter egg or a fun fact. I'd say more of a fun fact. You know the character Malcolm, right? Yeah. Jim Carrey tried out for that role.
Really?
Yes.
I
found
don't
that
know
out
how
loud.
I feel about that.
I feel like, because if you think about it, the character Malcolm was hitting on Ellie throughout the whole film.
Which one was Malcolm? Hold on, shoot.
The one that like said all those theories that were
Oh,
all black.
yeah.
And you know the one
He
that
wore
was
and he flirted with
the Ellie.
Yeah.
He flirted with Ellie, which you know he was a very funny character. You're not gonna lie. The whole
chaos theory.
The whole chaos theory.
I find that fascinating.
It is very fascinating.
Because chaos theory plays into like string theory and everything, and I love.
He mentions it very little into it because he mentions like that's how it. Because it kind of goes into where because you know he was flirting with Ellie and he mentions chaos theory right then and there, like how his play with women isn't good and it's like, dude, really, really, you had to bring up chaos theory into your like flirting habits, dude. This is crazy. When she's clearly with Alan. So yeah, you can clearly tell in those scenes Alan is like, okay, I'm done with this, man. I'm getting out of here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like Jim Carrey would have played Malcolm's role like more funny in a way.
Yeah, more comedic.
More comedic for sure. The film, you know, with some of the for dinosaurs, some of it was animatronic, some of it was stop motion. But if you think about it, the film was made, this kind of goes into the quotes, just some context.
Yeah.
Stop motion in the film was made by a computer, okay? And you know how the quote, we're all just going to be extinct?
Yeah. I love that quote.
So ever since
foreshadowing also in that.
So
in a way.
In the film, this is what made like that quote be in the film. Ever since, you know, the stop motion was made by a computer instead of, you know, having specific animators for stop motion make it. There was a quote that a stop motion animator said, like, we're all just going to be extinct. We're not even going to have this role anymore. And Steven Spielberg liked that line so much that he incorporated it into the film.
I love that quote.
It is such a good quote. I have to admit that.
And I feel like that quote has a lot of foreshadowing too, because at the beginning, how they were kind of like, our jobs are going extinct.
Yeah. He plays it off so many times. He plays it at the beginning, plays it in the middle, and he plays it at the end.
Yeah, at the end. Yeah. And I feel like that deals with like robotics. I love robotics. I was going to go into robotics before nursing. It is kind of like how technology, like dinosaurs, okay, it's kind of like extinction. And like there's always just like this mass of like dinosaurs, and then there's a mass extinction of that. And then do you think like in the future, like in real life, like technology will take over and then there will be an extinction?
Extinction of humans?
Yeah.
I don't...
Or of technology.
I mean, eventually the world's... I'll admit it. I believe that the world's going to end.
Yeah.
And not in the near future, but definitely in the future. Like, I definitely believe...
Well, in 2048, the temperatures are going to rise so much...
That is crazy.
That it's just not going to be happening.
I don't even want to think about that.
Sorry.
I don't even want to think about that.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. It's just... I don't
it just like all ties together in a way.
It definitely ties all together. But that's crazy to think about, yeah. But yeah, moving on to more Easter eggs. If you look at the computer of Nedry's before, you know, he fully hacks his system.
Yeah.
If you don't remember, he's looking at a camera system like of a live stream or whatever.
Yeah.
Before then, he's watching Jaws.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
I've never seen Jaws.
You gotta see Jaws. That is my homework for everyone that is listening and you to watch Jaws. You gotta watch Star Wars and Jaws. You got a full week's worth of homework. Oh man. But yeah, I mean I wouldn't say Jaws is crazy either. I mean it's a good film.
It's about sharks, right?
It's about a single shark.
Megalodon?
It's just about a great white shark.
Oh, okay. Oh, the Meg is about the Megalodon.
Yeah. I mean, you just got mixed up. It's fine. Jaws came out like the 80s or 70s,
Okay.
80s. I can't remember what time period. I don't want to guess wrong. I just know it's around the 70s or 80s. I know that. But it's a good film. It is a really good film. It also deals with, animatronic shark.
Yeah.
I find it really cool how they did it, because how the shark dies is amazing. It's so iconic, and the movie kind of destroys as much possibility for the viewers and the characters in it. Like, you think they're gonna die, but they find their way out.
Yeah.
With very little left, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was a really fun theory of finding that he was watching Jaws, because I found this theory by accident. I was just like, I have some theories on my own and Easter eggs or whatnot, and I found this Easter egg online, and I went back to this scene, and I was like, oh, it's right there. That is awesome. I didn't look at it that close, because it's just tiny in the screen while he's doing his work, and probably just had it playing in the background type thing, which I think is cool. I did not catch this next mistake that they made in the film, and I find it funny that they did this mistake, considering in the film they're scientists. They should be smart about a lot of things, especially this. You should definitely be good at this if you are able to write all these things and knowledge about all this stuff. But there's misspelling in the film, which is kind of crazy to think about. That, oh my gosh, you guys are scientists. You can spell all these hard words, but you can't spell just a simple dinosaur. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Which I find that funny.
What did they misspell?
So they misspelled the DNA samples. If you look at the labeling of in the DNA case, some of the dinosaurs are spelled wrong.
Did you pause the movie and read all of that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Like I said, I went back once I saw this online. I'm going back and looked it up. Spelled wrong.
Oh my gosh.
That is, it's funny to think about. What did I write? Oh yeah, you know how one of the side characters, trying to steal the DNA. That canister, right? The person that set him on that quest, he requested 15 of them, right?
Yeah.
Again, I found this online, and I didn't count, but there was a screenshot on the video exactly but you requested 15, right? But that canister only has 10 slots instead of 15. So where does he put the other 5?
So maybe he picks and chooses.
But the thing, he's the guy that set him on this, heist requested 15.
So maybe
he only has 10. He's probably gonna have to go back.
Yeah.
But he's only gotten 10, and he's dead. The guy that tried to take that stuff is dead. But I just find that little mistake as well is kind of funny. That's why I say this. These are more, instead of Easter eggs, they're more so mistakes. I mentioned that the T-Rex was animatronic. Oh yeah, so how, the T-Rex is animatronic, and it's raining, right?
Yeah.
And to make rain films realistic, they actually have to, have water fall out of a sprinkler machine. I don't know specifically, but it has to have actual water. But ever since, the animatronic is actually electric and all that.
Yeah.
So whenever the dinosaur would fill up with water, the animatronic would function on its own. So the scene where the sunroof glass goes in, it wasn't supposed to go that harsh.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So those screams that you heard in the film from the kids was real.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Which is crazy to think about. If that T-Rex could have, fully drowned out too much rain, it could have killed the child actors. Yeah, which is
that's insane.
I find that really, really concerning. Steven Spielberg, you're a great director. What the heck is that? You got to make sure everyone's careful. I mean, you can only do so much.
Yeah.
But yeah. Last Easter egg or whatever mistakes that I was able to find was that the flare from that Dr. Grant was originally holding, try to get his attention to, move away from the kids. But some of the actual, juice from that flare got into the actual actor's skin and burned his skin.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So which makes sense. It's a realistic standpoint because, flare is very hot and it's raining, so the juice is just going to slowly fall onto the actual real life person. Of course, he got left scars on his hand.
Yeah.
But, it happens. So moving on to this next segment before we go on to the question and the last segment of the night, I'll be talking about product placement. So of course, one of them is the Barbasol, which is, shaving cream.
Yeah.
And then the rest of them are just vehicles, which is like the Ford Explorers, the Jeep Wranglers, the Nikon cameras, and the Jolt Cola. So those are the product placements that you see in the film, which is, of course, the most iconic. It's the Barbasol and, of course, the Jeep Wranglers, because the vehicles.
Yeah.
Which I find cool. I find product placements in movies very interesting to see where they get the money's worth and how companies get their money's worth in films as well.
Yeah.
So,
like the money aspect.
Yeah, finding the money aspect of things, which is really cool. Because, if you show a logo in any film, they have to get paid for it.
Yeah. Because there were, a few scenes where it was, showing a gift shop.
Yeah.
And it, showed a bunch of merch.
Which, of Jurassic Park, so I'm guessing... Because I can't remember what exactly, but I know with, the merch scene with all of Jurassic Park and all that, labeling, I think that was all Steven Spielberg's idea, so he had to, do that before the actual film was made to make it possible. So you had to have probably the logo way in advance before this, because usually the logo is made after the film's already recorded most of the time, because they have their idea, they have the scripts, they have everything made besides the cover art and stuff, which I find is cool. That takes a lot of time to do merch into a film that is about the movie itself. And then, of course, the most iconic line, just "Welcome to Jurassic Park" is amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That is, the most best part of the film. Anywho, this is it for this segment. I'll come back with the weather and the last question of the night, along with some public comments about this film. So, come back in 10 minutes, and you'll hear me talk about the last segment of the night. Please enjoy some more of the soundtrack of Jurassic Park. Welcome back, everyone, to the Plexi Film Show. I'm continuing the show, and like I said, we were talking about Jurassic Park. We just finished talking about the theories, and we're going to start off this segment with the weekly weather report. And so, today is high of 78, low of 48. Tomorrow is high of 70, low of 47. It is going to be sunny. Tomorrow is going to be Tuesday is going to be high 57, low 52 with 59% chance of rain. So that day is going to be windy, pretty cloudy that day. Wednesday is going to be high 70s, low 53 and 98% chance of rain with lightning and thunderstorms. Thursday is going to look like very cloudy with 63 of high and 48 as low, with 18% chance of rain. Then Friday is going to be cloudy with some more sunshine, with high 64 and low 45 with 25% chance of rain. Saturday is low 55 or high 55, low of 40 with 20% chance of rain, and just again partly cloudy. And then Sunday was very light clouds, very bright that day. 41% chance of rain though, but high 53 and low 39. So Sunday is going to be pretty cold. This week is going to be pretty warm start of the week and then go back down. And then the following week is going to be back up in the 70s. So yeah, that's the weekly weather report. So yeah. Continuing on with the Plexi Film Show, I have a question that I usually do at the end of each show. So, Livia,
Yeah.
what is your favorite dinosaur? Not in this film, just in general.
Oh my gosh. I would have to say Dilo. Dilos are so tiny and they're so cute.
I get that. But, do you know any facts about dinos?
No.
No?
Just that they're tiny.
Just that they're tiny and just cute?
Yeah.
I would say my favorite dinosaur would have to be pterodactyl.
Pterodactyl.
One, I used to watch Dinosaur Train as a kid, so like I got really into pterodactyls and stuff. Surprisingly, I don't know any much facts about them. I just was very influenced by them as a kid because Dinosaur Train. So
Yeah.
I think they're really cool creatures considering like. When you think of dinosaurs, you don't think of a flying. You don't think of a flying reptile. Like, you don't really.
Yeah, because like reptiles, they can swim and they can walk. Can't they walk? Yeah.
Yeah,
they can walk.
No, they just lay on the ground.
Yeah.
There's snow. No, but yeah, it's just like you don't really think of them
they
flying.
Can fly. Yeah.
So
like
I find it really cool, and they have like little party. It looks like they have party hats on top of their heads. But I just think they're really cool creatures. So yeah, moving on to other people's reviews on Jurassic Park. I'm going to be moving my mic here, so sorry for any creaking noises you may hear.
My nose is getting stuffy.
Huh?
My nose is getting stuffy.
It's not good. Alright. Anywho, I'm not going to say the names of any of these people that leave these reviews, just letting you guys know, but I will be reading some of the reviews out loud. I want to try to find some short ones. So this is a 5-star rating of, this is a masterpiece. It's the most iconic and amazing film to hit the big screen. This person does not care about Marvel. They have stated that.
They don't care about Marvel?
I guess, according to them, that this is better than Marvel. Are you into Marvel, Livia, at all?
I have not gotten into the movies, no.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm
not really a movies person.
What?
In general. Like, I, don't watch TV at all.
That is crazy.
Like, I'll, watch, one show.
What's your favorite show?
New Girl.
I haven't watched that, but I've heard it's funny, so.
It's really good. But, I, watch shows and, movies with my friends. But I don't sit down to, a TV.
Okay, fair
I don't really like being on technology as much.
Okay, understandable. I try to limit myself, but I'm a very big fan of movies.
Yeah.
I like media. I'm a craver for that type of stuff. When I review movies, I always ask myself, what makes a great movie? I don't know. There's no such thing. This person has said. Jurassic Park is one all the time. Great original storytelling and groundbreaking achievement in the special effects department, which is true for CGI in 1993, which is amazing. I remember watching this as a kid, couldn't believe what I was seeing wasn't real. The dinosaurs are terrifying in a good way. Like being chased by them seems kind of fun, they said. I want to try to find some negative reviews. So 1 stars. I was so excited to watch this. Turned out to be a total disaster. So many of the characters and chaos in this movie that the dinosaurs take a backseat. Multiple things don't make sense at all. All good guys are saved and only bad guy dies. Seems like the good guys are immortal. People expect so much from Steven Spielberg. The last Jurassic movies were so nice. Always the lady movie is bad. I don't know what they're saying in this. It doesn't make sense. Don't listen to all these 1-star reviewers because they see this movie, they don't know what they're talking about because undoubtedly this is one of my number 1 movies of all time. Why'd you leave it a 1 star then, man? That's literally a review that someone just left. today's experience is very useless. We are third-class people at Jurassic Park. If we wear wristbands while swimming, then this thief also charges us even after the entry. We request you not to go in here. Thank you. I don't know what that is even talking about.
That sounds like going into the actual park.
Yeah, like at that point,
Not the movie.
sounds like someone just like went
Yeah.
to the actual island themselves and experienced it.
It's probably a joke. Maybe.
Hopefully. I mean, I don't say it's great, but I also don't think it's bad.
Yeah.
Like, if I would have seen this movie, or if I was even born in or during this time when the movie came out, I wouldn't doubt it because technology was seeing this CGI was advanced for movies for its time, so it was very groundbreaking.
Yeah.
For it, like I said, my first time was watching it today, so my standards of movies are very high. And this movie came in 1993, which is years behind because it's 2024. I still say it holds up to this day for sure. Of course, the CGI can be better because we have better upgrades and stuff, but I still say this movie holds up to this day. Don't you think?
Yeah. Definitely.
That's all for this show. Do you have any comments, concerns,
No.
or any other opinions that you would like to share before?
I'm trying to think, but yeah.
Alrighty. If you want to promote your socials or anything you would like, go ahead whenever you are ready and speak out loud for yourself.
Livia Monet. You can follow me wherever.
Alright.
Monet like the painter, and then Livia without an O.
Okay.
Livia Monet.
Alright, you can find her on any platform, I'm guessing, out there?
Yeah.
Alright.
Whatever platform.
Heck yeah. So I hope you guys enjoy this episode of the night. This is the last one of the school year. Sad, I know. I work the next 2 Sundays in a row. I'm sorry for the last 2 weeks. I also had to cancel because of, Easter, and then I had work last Sunday as well. Work, I need money, we all do. It's just been very hard lately because of work, because of a lot of people are quitting. So it's hard to,
Yeah.
control the schedule at this moment in time. But I hope to continue my show during the summer, hopefully. But if not, I hope you guys really enjoyed this episode of the night. I hope to see you guys sometime soon. If you guys want to keep updated with any of my stuff, please follow me, the show on Instagram. You can literally just look up Plexi Film Show. There's nothing posted right now on the Instagram. I will soon have YouTube channel for the show and a Spotify as well. Definitely keep you guys up to Instagram about that stuff though. So yeah. Hope you guys really enjoy the show, and I hope to see you guys return in the near future. So yeah, if you ever want to come back, Sundays from 10 to 12. Love you guys all so much. This is AJ with the Plexi Film Show, and thank you for coming on, Livia. I really enjoyed your presence. I hope to see you on the show again.
Yeah.
Please don't be afraid to come on. If you just want to show up, go ahead. If you want to warn me,
Vice versa.
I would definitely let you
Yeah.
know. Sundays are my busy days, sadly. So I try my best to be as cooperative with my shows, along with trying to get on other people's as well. And I'll definitely let you know if I can be on yours. Oh yeah, Olivia, promote your show, by the way.
Oh yeah. Monet Madness. Sundays 8 to 10.
So yeah. Are you having a show next week?
Yeah, I plan on playing organ music on the piano, so tune in.
So yeah. Yeah. There's that. I don't really know how to end this episode. It just seems like a kind of crazy, kind of I'm kind of at the last thought. I'm tired. So yeah, this is AJ with the Plexi Film Show. Yeah. Please listen in and continue listening to WXUT 88.3. Toledo's only alternative music. So yeah, have a good night, guys. Stay safe.
Good night.